Hey, it's Aaron, and today I want to talk about the 2025 Volkswagen Jetta. So the Jetta is not new this year, but it does get a little bit of refresh. So the front and rear look a little different, has a couple of changes on the interior. Overall, the Jetta is still the same in this generation, which debuted in 2019. This is a basic A to B car that looks good, drives pretty well, and is otherwise pretty basic. So it's made to get to work, get to places you need to go. It's no frills, nothing super special. Jetta is one of the few cars you can still get with a manual transmission, however. And that manual, I will say, makes it way more fun to drive. This year I drove the automatic. The automatic kind of kills this car, makes it a pretty bland, basic car. So if you want more than that, either go for that manual transmission or go somewhere else, because the Jetta is not a speedster. It's not fun. It doesn't handle like a sports car, none of that. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not your car. I will say the ride quality is super smooth. The steering is very predictable, making it safe and comfortable to drive. The customizable digital instrument cluster is kind of neat. This is one of the better ones of those that I've seen. So once you learn how to use it, there is a curve there, but once you learn how to use it, it allows you to do all kinds of great stuff on the dash. The acceleration is pretty dead in this car though, and the transmission does not help at all with that, with the automatic there. The touch screen for the infotainment, you'll get used to it eventually, but it is going to take time because it is marginal at best. It's really hard to get used to. And it doesn't do anything badly, it just doesn't do anything well either. And of course, the powertrain, despite being more or less a dead fish, you're not going to get extra fuel economy out of it because of that. There is no hybrid for this. The fuel economy in it is basically average for the segment. So, Volkswagen's kind of fallen behind on that, but Volkswagen got really aggressive with the electrification, and the Jetta just kind of got forgotten. So the Jetta has a turbo 1.5, which is a little tiny four-cylinder, produces 158 horsepower most of the time, unless you get the GLI model that boosts it some. 8-speed automatic transmission, like I said, kind of a dead fish transmission. It's way more concerned about attempting to get good fuel economy than it is anything else. And the fuel economy isn't that great. EPA rates this at 33 mpg combined. Most people will get that, but that's not that good for what's basically a compact sedan here. I think the Jetta counts as midsize, but I don't think I would call it that. It doesn't feel midsize. So the fuel economy is not good. The upside though, price tag. The Jetta starts at about $24,000. That is super cheap on today's market. That's a really good price. To get into an equivalent from Honda, Toyota, or somebody else, you're going to spend a couple $1,000s more than that most of the time. Now, that's the base model. Nobody ever buys a base model. I would not also worry about the sport model. That's the next step up. It's sport in name only, but it does have the manual transmission option. So if that's what you're after, go there. Then the SE, which is what I would say people should drive. That's actually what I drove as a test model. This is kind of the mainstream model for this. And that one is going to start at 27, but you could go to the SEL if you really want to get up there, and then you're spending almost 31 for that. But really, for me, I think the money, as far as what you get for the price paid, the SE is pretty much where it's at. Yeah, the Jetta is a very good car if you need basic transportation. You don't need a lot of frills. You don't want something special. You're not trying to make, race people at the stoplight or make GT corners or turn every freeway into NASCAR or whatever. If you don't need that kind of thing out of your car, the Jetta is a perfect fit. But there are similar options out there that are worth looking at. I would specifically go looking at Kia, very competitive versus the Jetta in both price and what you get. Toyota and Honda are always competitive here, but you're going to pay more to get into those. So Yeah, there's a lot of competition left still in this sedan arena, and I don't think people know that. So worth looking into if you're looking at the Jetta, you should cross shop a little bit. But the Jetta is not a bad choice. So there you go, pretty good car. I really like how Volkswagen has just kind of kept it alive. I suspect that when we see a new iteration of this in 2 or 3 years, it's going to be a completely different vehicle. So anyway, there you go. That's the 2025 Volkswagen Jetta. This has been Aaron. Talk to you again soon.